This just in. Recently, Natural Gallant Bodybuilding has sent out a newsletter to his subscribers of his YouTube channel. After reviewing the documentation, this reporter realized that only 20% of the subscribers have opened the email. Is this a conspiracy against Natural Gallant Bodybuilding? Or is it merely because the Natural Gallant Bodybuilding subscribers can't read? More at 11. By the way, check your junk mail, guys, because the newsletter came a day or two ago, okay? Yeah. Mountain.
Train the muscles, not the joints.
Welcome back to Natural Gallant Bodybuilding. Mountain, mountain, mountain. You're welcome. And today I'm going to talk about a few comments that were made in YouTube videos lately, mostly the last couple of videos. And a lot of people are saying, hey Jason, you're looking bigger. What's going on? What are you doing? Are you training differently or are you doing something different with your diet or whatever? So I thought this would be a good time for me to explain the priority principle when it comes down to your training and how it can help you. So the thing that a lot of people don't know, especially when they first get started in training, is that when you make your training a priority, your diet a priority, your sleep a priority, it makes a difference. Now, I'm not saying you're supposed to make it a priority all the time, but there are times where you're going to feel more inspired to train harder, and then there are going to be more inward times where maybe you're focusing on other parts of your life. You're still training, you're still maintaining, but maybe your diet is not totally on point. Maybe your training's not totally on point. Maybe you're taking a bit of a rest. Maybe you're not training as frequently, whatever. But what I've been doing, and I'm gonna, this is not just this is not a clickbait video. I'm gonna explain to you what I'm doing that's different. And it's based on the videos that I've been putting up lately, right? So what I have been doing is, first of all, I've been doing super light workouts in between my major workouts just to maintain frequency, but not to maintain burnout. So for instance, today I had to do legs, but even before I started training legs, I did some really light dumbbell presses, just a few sets of pull-ups, like 3 sets of pull-ups, and 3 sets of biceps, 3 sets of triceps, just light work, just to keep the blood flowing and to get that burn. Then from there, I went into my leg workout, right? So what I'm trying to do is stimulate the body through frequent training, but not necessarily frequent burnout training. You understand? So sometimes if you're going to train the body parts a lot, you have to adjust the intensity, adjust the weights that you use. And sometimes, yeah, there's such thing as casual workouts. And I first learned this when I was personal training back in the day. A lot of times I get good results just from messing around with my personal training clients, even though I was using very lightweight and just squeezing the muscles here and there. And then when I went into the gym to do the real heavy work, it felt like I was more connected and got a way better pump, right? So that's one thing I've been doing. This just in. Natural Gallant Bodybuilding is under investigation for selling Sasquatch poop as rocks. Apparently, many of his subscribers have been purchasing items from his online store, assuming they were mountain rocks, when in fact they were hardened Sasquatch poops. Moral dilemma? We intend to investigate this corruption. This journalist will win the Pulitzer Prize for the petrified poop scandal of Natural Gallant Bodybuilding. More at 11. Now, the other thing I've been doing, and I will show you the exact protein shake in the workout vlog on Rumble. I have it there. I'm going to put the link in the description, and you can see the protein shake that I'm having 2 to 3 times a day. And it's not just a protein shake. There's something else in there. But anyway, I mean, I've talked about this before, but the bottom line is take a look at that video. I'll put the link and you'll find out. But what I have been doing is I have been replacing some of the junk food meals that I was having at night, because like I said, I was more in a casual sort of diet experience. I wasn't doing hardcore bodybuilding training. I wasn't concerned whether I was hitting my macros or not, right? But now what I'm doing is I'm making sure I up my protein. Now, I've had lots of fights with people over the years. They're like, oh, you don't need that much protein, or you only need, you know, like the amount of protein that a squirrel would eat and you'd be fine, you know, all this kind of stuff. But you're seeing right before your eyes what happens to my physique when I change the amount of protein that I take in my diet. I went from around 130 grams of protein a day, maybe 140 grams, to 200 plus grams, 200 to 220, somewhere around there. And this is exactly what happens to my body within weeks, right? Just bang, just all of a sudden a week, week and a half, you can see the development that's happening, right? So I'm showing you what happens with my body, and a lot of times people will get in a debate with me. They're like, oh no, that doesn't work, that doesn't work. I'm like, I know, I'm showing you, this is exactly what happened. This is what I did differently. My training did not change so much as my diet, right? So you gotta remember that if you're not taking in enough protein, if your body's not getting nourished enough, then it's not going to recover and you're not going to get that pumpy, lumpy look. Mountain. So the other thing is, this protein shake, I'm putting a tonic herb in the protein shake, which helps with overall nourishment of the kidneys and the kidney system. So that is going to be in that workout vlog if you check it out, and you'll see that. But that's what I'm taking as well in my protein shakes. And I'm taking the super aminos, and I have a link in the description for the super aminos. I take the super aminos before workouts here and there because they have a perfect blend of all the essential amino acids that get absorbed into the system right away to prevent catabolism. So these you definitely notice a pump from. I recommend that you try them because there's a money back guarantee if you don't like them. You could just try them. If you don't like them, just whatever, complain to the company and then they give you your money back. That's how good this company is. Either way, there's a $50 off coupon in the description if you want to try that out. But yeah, this is what I've been doing. I've been training just as frequently, and I've been adding a little bit more frequency when it comes down to just doing little pump or fluff kind of workouts, right? And then from there, my diet is the major thing that has changed as far as I've upped my protein by about 50 or 60 grams of protein a day at least, right? And I'm getting that through whey protein, through sardines, through mackerel, through chicken, and through some steak once in a while. But I'm eating a lot of canned smoked mackerel. I'm eating a lot of canned sardines and whey isolate. I've been doing a grass-fed whey isolate sweetened with stevia. So that's the main source of my protein, along with some whole milk from the farm. I go to the Creekside Dairy. You've seen me film there a few times here in Agassiz, and they have this organic milk. So it has a bit of fat in there and a bit of carbs, but because I'm not having a lot of starches, I can afford to take in a little bit of fat and carbs from that milk. Now, have I upped my carbohydrates? Not really. I'll still have one meal a day, maybe 2 meals of some rice with the meat, but for the most part, I'm sticking to straight meat and in a little bit of carbs through dairy products and stuff like that. So that's really the main part of my diet, honestly. And I'm eating that I'm doing about 5 to 6 meals a day. So yeah, so I hope this helps in your training. Thanks a lot for watching, and I hope this answers your question, and make sure you check out the link for Rumble. That'll tell you and explain a lot of stuff, and make sure you subscribe there too. You're gonna get a lot of great content there as well. And remember, I do have a podcast coming up that will be available on iTunes and Google Play at some point. So yeah, you will hear from it directly here when that happens. Mountain. So yeah, I'm gonna go lift some rocks now. I don't know if you guys have bought your rocks yet. They're pretty rare. Like I said, these rocks are pretty rare. Like, you can't find them anywhere. I mean, it's I just got lucky today. You know what I'm saying? I just got lucky today and I found some rocks. So the bottom line is that don't think just because I find rocks this easy that you can find rocks this easy. I mean, this is why I got to charge you big prices, right? I wouldn't rip you off. Like, what do I look like, a jerk or something? Of course I'm going to give you a reasonable price. Like, what do you think? You know, about $99.95 for each. I'll tell you what, I'll give you a deal. $180 for both rocks. $180. I think that'll be good. $180. Just send that to naturalglambodybuilding.com and then just go to your local beach and I'll make sure the rocks are dropped off there. Preferably you go to a rocky beach. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm training here. You got a problem with that? People are nosy. So nosy. So yeah, these are really useful rocks. You should try them out. Mountain. Natural land.